What's going on, everybody? How's audio? I don't know how video's doing. Let's see. Hey, Zach, what's going on, everybody? And this failed again. I have one camera that keeps failing, and I don't know what's going on. But how are you guys doing today? What do we got in here? We got Henry, B. Shady, Marco, Burkles, Maximus, Joe K, and Zach. Matt Mauer. Hey, Kelly. How you doing? What's going on, Tristan? And I am through StreamYard tonight, so if anybody wants to jump up, I'll throw it in now. Let's see. Where is the thingy thing? If anybody wants to pop in, let me know. And I can... There is the link right there. Derek for real might pop in. It's his birthday today. I know he's doing some things, but he might pop in. All right. In the meantime, let's see if I can actually get this to work. Hey, there it is. Why does it keep coming in and out? All right. That'll probably disappear today, like 10 more times. But yeah, this is what I carry today. What was everybody's carry today? Oh, and Marco, I did not get your package delivered, but it is in the car. I have the car. It'll go out in the morning. And I will send you your tracking numbers. Burkles, I actually just got back from the gym. Feeling all right. I mean, I know for the next week I'm good, so it makes me feel a little easier. The Kershaw Brawler, nice. I've been flicking my new Tenable Tarkin I got in the mail today. How do you feel about it, Zach? So I've been hit and miss with Tenable. Some of the things I've had, I'm kind of like 50-50 right now. I think I've had 4 knives by them. I really like 2, and I really, about 2 of them. And the 2 I didn't like was the Shard and the Par. Never even put a knife in the pocket today. Been home going through it with my BS stomach issues. Oh, it's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Kershaw Brawler, off the top of my head, I can't even think of what that is. Speaking of new knives, I did order you guys, part of the giveaway. I ordered 2 Megarons. Hey, Twisted Sis, what's going on? I have to call where I sent them to see if they've came in. I don't know. But yeah, I ordered 2 knives for you. I like the knife overall. It's a bit bigger than I thought, but fits well. I'm going to dye the scales because it's the soccer ball edition, and white on knife scales don't work for me. I can understand that. You get them dirty quick. So Maximus had the ZT350, the Tiger Stripe one, and the Ares EDC Max. I haven't messed with the Ares EDC Max yet. I got to check them out. Twisted Sis, hugs to you in blue. Much love. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't know you had something. We detect your network. How is my network quality poor here? That's crazy to me. That being said, the scales absolutely phenomenal texture. So as you guys see, my other camera keeps disappearing. We'll just keep it like this. I'm sorry to hear that. I have something called cyclic vomiting syndrome. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's not that big of a deal, but it can suck at times. Oh, oh, got the funeral going around and waiting on parts for our new recon. Hell yeah, Burkles. That's awesome. We're going to check out your website in a little bit. Clearly, I'm having some camera issues, so that'll probably be a nice break anyway. Matt Mauer, Blue, what's going on? Sorry to hear about the puppers. Had to go and snag up the mail and got caught by the mail lady. Yeah, nice little conversation with the mail lady. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I've been carrying the Brian's Tuya a lot lately, and I must say I'm supposed to retire this so I can have it on a wall behind me one of these days. But I really like this knife. I don't know. He did a really good job. I do wish it had a little sharpening. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Hey, it's back. What's going on? But yeah, I kind of wish it had a little bit more of a sharpening nick in it, you know? But no, not at all. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, projectiles are sharp. It's no biggie, man. That is the least of my worries right now, honestly. Wow, I don't like how StreamYard does this. I have to scroll for the chat. It's a pain in the butt. But yeah, I will say Brian did a great job with this, and he's probably the person with his design more than any other. The whole front flipper thing, wasn't a fan. I really wasn't. And this has me rethinking things. It really does. Great knife. Oh, there's no camera there again. Son of a. Brr. I almost wonder if I plug it in if I have better luck. I'm not going to mess with it. Well, I will show you guys this for my birthday. My son got me a nice new strop. Came with a bunch of diamond emulsion stuff. I really like it. Granted, it is a bit nicer than the ones I make. So yeah, really, really nice. I do wish it was a bit wider, but I'll tell you what. I don't know how this is going to come through on camera. I thought this had a mirror edge before. Now it's ridiculous. And while I was getting ready to go on the stream, I dropped it. And I don't know what it is about me seeing things drop that I must stop it from hitting the ground. But I'm probably could go get some stitches right now. We'll put it that way. But yeah, let's see if we can get this on camera. Yeah, I got myself really, really, really good. I seen something fall and I was like, oh no, don't let that hit the ground. Yeah, brilliant. I know. What are you gonna do? Blue, yeah, I'm that's awful. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. It always sucks. As far as I'm concerned, animals are a part of the family, and it always sucks to lose a part of the family. Yeah, Tristan. I don't use StreamYard too often. I only did because Derek for real was like, "Oh, do you mind if I come on live with you?" And I don't know if you guys know an open invitation, but what is going on with this OBS cam? I'm back. But yeah, It's always an open invitation. There goes the other camera again. So yeah, I shared it earlier in the chat. If anybody wants to come in, just let me know. Go in the private chat, say, hey, I'm over here. Bring me up, and we'll do that. Let's see. Says I got a message. Is this from Derek? Dun, 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 dun. Nope, that's from Blade HQ. And they don't give me any discount code, so we won't be looking at that. I do. How do you guys feel about the soft focus? I know this kills your battery fast with the auto framing. Like I'm not doing anything and it follows you around. Kind of like it, but it gets too close. So I don't know. But yeah, I only got a couple of carries. What else did everybody carry today? I know I'm missing some. I will say, this has always been one of my favorite Kaisers. I wish they would bring this. Like, it seems like they're, oh, son of a bitch. Sorry for the cussing. It seems like Kaiser kind of moved away from these style of knives. And by that, I mean big and comfy. um, I am a massive fan of this knife. And I feel like they moved away from this for a while. Premium materials, titanium, S35VN. But I did see on, God, whose channel? Tyler's channel that, hey, it's back. Stay this time. Yeah, I did see on Tyler's channel a lot of the S35 going around lately is a lot softer than what they're claiming. So, hey, Robert Feely, how's it going? What's up? What you getting into? What'd you carry today? But yeah, let's see if we can open this up bigger first of all. Let me go into OBS, display capture. Let me nope. Come on. Get you out of here. Make me small. Yeah, that should work. Right. All right. And let's see. Speaking of Bluminati, you guys want to help Bluminati Ninja and Twisted Sis? They have a pretty awesome website. You can always come here, check out their collections. Let's see what they have in Random Collab Community Fun. They got DVD stuff. I got one of these somewhere. Oh, I should probably put some Velcro on it. Got Barbie EDC Girl. We got Rolf's OnlyFans. All of his amazing coins. I don't know if you guys have seen. I will be throwing the top 3 winners will get a coin from Bluminati Ninja with the channel logo on it. Who do we got? We got the Dojo Doggo. That one you guys should be scooping up right now just because. We got DVD's Poker Chip. We got Zach stuff. Brennan Stables Forge. Big Red. Yes, sir. Amazing stuff over here. Who else? Browse all. So much gears. So much gear. Shoes, shirts, socks. Poker Chip. Shirts are great. Did I disappear again? Let's see what happens. I'm back. All right. I just wanted to make sure I was back. All right. Let's go over to today. We snagged a bit of nostalgia. Let's go check out Burkles. He's got his knives and he's got his Cerakote in service. So let's check out his knives. The Taipei, I didn't even know about this one. And it looks like the pictures are working, so that's awesome. This is the one going around right now, so maybe we'll have a video on this soon. The Nautilus, which is great because it's not just a knife. This is a real EDC heavyweight because it's got those, see those little hexes, those little nut drives, and that's helpful on an EDC knife. Especially if this is something you throw in your belt or in one of your big cargo pockets. This is nice to have. And the options he has, the starting price he has, it's all good. It's all good. Different color scales, different blade materials. He's got 1095. He's got Magna Cut. He's got S35V. So that's awesome. The Crypt, the Crusader, the Hunter. I love this honeycomb on this one. These scales look insane. And I will say this about Burkles. He spends a lot of time when they're in his shop. He spends a lot of time on each one, getting it as perfect as he thinks is fit. But these scales with the honeycomb, they look so good. So good. Let me see if I can get this to pop out. Beautiful. Pro tip, use the solo button to go full screen. I don't want to do that though. All right. Where were we? Oh, it still disappears anyway? What the hell? There we go. All right. Now I can... No, go away. All right. Nope, that don't work. That sucks. Okay. This is... Yeah, I like that carbon fiber. I don't know what company he uses to get his materials from, but I do like the looks of that carbon fiber. The last mile, I really do enjoy this knife shape. Donald Bless liked my comment. Thank you, Donnie. The Cog, the Crypt, the Crusader. So much good stuff. The Shiv, I have a Shiv. It's such a good knife. I got to start showing it more now that it's all set up. Mine was one of the original ones, so I had a little bit of issues, but it's all good now. And it's a chunky knife. I really do enjoy messing around with it. Which knife, Rolf? What did Rolf get? Dude, this is god awful. There we go. All right, let me go back to my OBS. Yeah. Boop. Come back here. Maybe not. There we go. And it's freezing again. Robot. Nice, carry some stuff. Not carried in a bit. Almost like an NKD, not gonna lie. What is going on with this camera? It's saying I have a bad Wi-Fi connection, but I have full Wi-Fi connection, and I did a speed test before coming on because I was worried about that. And couldn't get much better. I'm getting over a gigabit I don't know what the issue is. On. This is crazy. I almost wonder if... I'm not going to worry about that now. All right, we're back. What's going on? Rolf, it's good to see you. Dream Tech. Donnie. Is Donnie here? That'd be funny timing. Ares Raptor and Thistle. Holly Endoraptor. Burkle's Crusader V2. Burning Stables Forge Caius. I seen your picture on that. 2 1-move seedlings. Hey, if you ever want to sell one of those seedlings, let me know. Tempest Tornado and Mark 71. Protect Newport, TRM Pitbull, DBD Glideman, and more. Always blue. Yeah, I haven't been able to get myself anything. Like I said, I did order 2 knives for you guys. Oh, Rolf, yeah, he liked a post or something I did. Golly, these camera issues are ridiculous. I almost wonder if I'd be better off plugging straight in. But I couldn't do that, could I? Not like that, at least. Let's see if I can fix that again. My lord. Okay. That's going to be killing my engagement, too. Usually we have more people on by now. That sucks. Oh, well. I'm actually selling one of them to cover costs of Xena's. Blue, yeah, let me know. I'll do what I can, obviously. And I do owe you. I do. You guys did a lot for me. A lot, a lot. You help more than I can even put into words, honestly. Yeah, luckily my birthday was the 16th, so I got a little bit from that. A little bit of help. But of course all that help goes nowhere because my son's birthday next month. And then I don't know. I'll be out of here for a bit. That's for sure. I just not 100% sure where I'm going. Somewhere. Hey, every time I get good service, this guy pops up. I don't know. I almost wonder if I should run off of 4G at this point, or 5G, whatever I'll get. Clint, what's going on? You don't even need to know Blue to see how much he does for this community and the people in it. Mr. Mouse, he is an awesome person. And your Aries Thistle. Gotcha. We are. Lucky to have him. I mean, I don't know if we deserve him, but we're lucky to have him, that's for sure. Dog One, how's it going? I'm glad to see you here too, man. Sorry if that's moving the screen. I'm running a Wi-Fi test. Yeah, you can't get better than this. How? No. And that's what I don't get. I'm looking down here. Seems to be running great. I just did a Wi-Fi test. We're getting over a gigabit of speed. I know. I mean, the computer is more than capable. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I know my camera's connected. Don't. Craziness. But did anybody get anything new? Gee, again? This is obnoxious. I am so sorry. And I really don't know what I can do. Use as a connected camera. Remote. Cross device. Copy and paste. Resume. Continue task. All right. I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm trying. I'm sorry. Baby penguin and. Oh, did you, Clint? Yeah, I got. We can go check. Still on hiatus. B Shady. What else did he say? I must have missed something. A cool whale. I don't even know what that is, honestly. This is ridiculous. I am so sorry, guys. Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to try something. I'm going to add a video capture device. Because if this is going to keep happening, that's not fair. Audio, display capture, game capture, video capture device, add a new one, webcam. Okay. Move this here. Has it already given us issues? Seems to be. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am so sorry about this, everybody. Give me one moment. Let me take care of this. I can promise it'll look amazing, but let's go like this. Go like that. Oh, what a shame. Droid cam. This is crazy. There we go. There we go. All right. How are we doing now? Your tech and my tech must be friends. Be shady. Shit's ridiculous. Now I can just brighten this up. All right, how's that? Not great. I understand. At this point, this is crazy. All right, Dongwon, I've definitely had better days, bro. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Where is phone link? Yeah, I don't even care anymore. You can just. Let's see where he is. But yeah, anybody want to jump up? Please feel free. There's the StreamYard code. That's gone again. That's pretty funny. What are you gonna do at this point? We're dropping viewers like flies. That thing keeps popping back up. But yeah. So a lot of things going on in the knife world right now. Has anybody got anything in Magnamax yet? And if you have, what have you thought about it? Uh, what do you think about some of these crazy HRC numbers we're getting from Taylor? And yeah, keep pedaling. That's right, Rolf. It's all you can do. Believe me, I'm just happy to have a roof over my head. But yeah, let's see if while we have it, we can use it. The edge on this came out. Where is it? It came out absolutely ridiculous. And of course, like I said, the very first thing I do is cut myself. There's some interest in getting not the right time. The Chrysalis Lodge and Cozy. So I have a big weird thing about Sabenzas and Cozies. Anything from Chris Reed, anything from CRK is I know how I am with knives. I'm not gentle, and I know how some people are with those. Like I flick open my knives like really hard, and some people just get super irritated for some reason when you do that with any CRK knife or even an iMamba for that fact, like for that matter. Um, but yeah, I really like those knives. They're on my list. I'm going to show you guys. It'll be small, but you know what? Let's check out the knives I ordered. I ordered two. Can't remember the names, but they're the two that everybody's been going crazy for. Oh, I like these beads. Those are awesome. I wish these weren't on the website the other day. Now I want them. Not for that money though. That's a little much. I'll make them. So I ordered a plain old right here Carrick because I like plain. I know some people don't. And I ordered this right here. No, was it this one? Yeah. Yes. Oh, do I have it back? Let me make sure I don't have it backwards and I'm lying. No. Okay. That wasn't that, was it? No, because it had the cigar pattern. Yes. All right. So I ordered a hover, and the Carrick. And it was the price of a normal knife for two. And for 19C and D2 and titanium and was this titanium or is this? Yeah, and titanium too. Two knives in titanium, one in D2 and one in 19C. How can you go wrong with that? Like seriously. Oh no. There we go. J1, how's it going? I don't know if I said hi. Need some Magnamax in my life. Mr. Mouse, me too. I got a I've got one CRK, a small and cozy, but definitely want a large one. Zach, I think if I do get an and cozy, what's nice about CRK is they make left-handed knives. I think I'd get a lefty because, especially like today. Today I had this guy in my left pocket. And, why am I flipped? That's going to piss me off. Wait, yeah. Let me see here. That'll drive me mental. Where is it? All right, that's better. All right. Yeah, so this is my left hand. Like, you know. I want a Manix 2 and Magnamax. The Manix is such... Projectiles are sharp. I had one Manix. It was one of my favorite knives. Mick Ranger helped me out get aftermarket parts. The only thing I hadn't changed was the scales. But the spring, the ball, the cage were all aftermarket. And I loved that knife. That and my 80-20.5, which I also really liked, got stolen out of my truck, along with my Subaru's exhaust. So yeah, that'll do it for me. Time to head out to the lurks. Appreciate you, and definitely will chat. Yeah, soon. All right, B Shady, you have a great day. All right, and as always, thank you for stopping by. B Saxy was WNK 60% off. Not sure if it still is. J1, I seen that. I actually got a. I probably shouldn't say, but I got a really good deal on this, and $60 off is great, but I got more than that, and I got the pick. Well, I got what I wanted. We'll just say that. But yeah, I'm not a left-handed person, but I'm ambidextrous, I guess you'd call it. Like I can do everything lefty that I can do righty. I just can't write great. It's not bad, but I also write with my right hand extraordinarily nice. So, you know, that's okay, Kelly. I'll get one when the time is right. I can't do it. I don't get FOMO anymore. I still do. Tristan. I can't lie. Like, I remember when everybody was getting the new Megurons and stuff. Even, especially when it comes to like creative knives like this, or DBD's knife, or if Aries comes out with a new model, whether it be custom or on an assembly line, it always drives me crazy if I can't. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll get over it. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Mouse. What's going on with Mr. Mouse? What did I miss? I got a sick Magnamax coming. Nice. I hate missing chats. Oh, I'm going to flick it all the time to piss someone off. Exactly, because, I mean, it's your knife, dude. Like, but some people do get butt hurt. Pharma Cat, what are you doing here? We're not debating. But it is good to see you. Thank you for showing some support. I appreciate that. I do pretty niche stuff. Of course, my camera's not working over there. We talk EDC here and stuff like that. Knives, knife sharpening, steel and stuff. But I hope all is well with you. Let's see if I can get that other camera working in the meantime. I'm so sorry about that, guy. Do you remember the XM Brain treated Chris that I have now? Oh, speaking of, I think I found an XM18 I kind of want to buy. That's so funny. All right, let's see if I can get this. Nope, it just doesn't want to work. Whatever, we're just going to ignore that then. Maybe it'll pop back up on its own again. But whatever. Recurve projectiles. Chop shop and whatnot. What's going on? Robert Feely, I don't know if I said hi, man, but you do. Fritz, what is up with that? Hey, I'll watch sheep streams. That's, yeah, I like that stuff. But my whole life I lived in the middle of nowhere, so chop shop and whatnot. What's going on? All right, thanks for letting me know, Robert. Yeah, we can check that out. Let me open a tab and go to Blade Binge. Oh, today's the 18th. You guys, you know we do have the Griffin Dark Coat coming out. That one's gonna be killer, I think. Oh, and there it is again. I love how it just keeps randomly showing up. But yeah. Let's see what they got in Grails. I did notice there was one on here the other day, an all black XM18 for a fair price. And it had matching scales. This is crazy looking. What is this? I love when you when you click on a Blade Binge thing and then you notice, hey, I know this person. No, that's not Addicted to Blades or Addicted to Blades. That is somebody else. I talked to Addicted to Blades about that. Custom boom slang. And why isn't my chat popping up? It was one of those things. Yeah, it's a recurve, Mr. Mouse. Clint left my house, bad belly, old knife. Bluminati, I keep buffering. My I don't know why actually. I'd love to say I do, but it was one of those things that a lot of my knives got traded for Brian to get a couple of knives. It was very weird, but okay. It all works out. Fair enough. I want to see if the whatchamacallit is still here. There was two Little Dixons. These, I actually really like this, and that's a fair price. Let me see something. Yep, there's the one of them. Is the purple one still available? It is. I think that's crazy to ask. 730, I ain't gonna lie. Is that Mr. Eddie? No. He was selling a knife thief. I'm not a fan of light blue. I wonder that'd be a pain to sand, that texture. I don't know, I'll find one eventually, whether it's brand new or not. Sagaha. That looks crazy. Not a fan of the blade. Is that the Urban collab? Yeah, it is. Does look cool. I like the bronze. I'm just not a fan of the blade. What do you guys think? And he's different from artists, the blades that we all know and love. Yeah, Kelly, I agree. You got to be careful with that one. That's not our guy. If you're interested, it's available. Not typically retail. Have you had any issues sharpening those projectiles? Are sharp? Yeah, exactly. But just remember, it's not our guy. It's not our local samurai. Where did I go? Blade Binge. There you are. 829. Oh, it's signed. I guess. I don't know. I'll go see him next year at Tri-State is on, guys, just so you know. Honeycomb's not bad. I personally am not a fan of Frag. Who's this for sale by? Your favorite guy. But let's see. Spanto. Nope, can't do it. All right, that's it. Was it on? It was all black. It was black on black. How are you gonna go black on blue? What the hell? No. Oh, these are all sold out anyway. Was it Blade HQ? It probably was because they've been having. How do you guys feel about the whole Blade HQ drama? Just so I'm up to date, you know? They do have some of these Desert Warrior stuff coming around. What's this? Komodo. August 19th. Tomorrow. That's kind of a cool. What is this? And they got the Desert Warrior Ethereal coming out. $100. That's not bad for S90. 119 for a black. Is it DLC? It is DLC. That'd be a cool giveaway knife. That's all I'm saying. Accent. That I don't know why I put a space. Was it E-knives? I know I just... Oh, you know what it was? I think it was Knife Center. Yeah, let's see. XM18. No? Who? Oh my God. Somebody just got a bunch of them in, and it's going to drive me absolutely crazy. I don't know. The Tonto fail? Yeah, dog one. I know, Mouse, do you have the Daddy Dixon? That Lil is dope. Blade HQ, Dick. I'll never buy from them after they screwed me out with my PMT Tonto. They're going to drop a warning. Mr. Mouse, I heard a warning and a Tonto. If they drop a Tonto, I'm going to go into debt because I will I will have some issues with my credit card. Oh, yeah, I got to change it through this now. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. Hey, where's my face? There I am. I knew I existed. Droid cam's gone again, but we're just gonna ignore that. And we'll put this guy somewhere nice and neatly in the corner. Boop. I should have a scene set up for that, but I didn't expect... Hey, it's back. And they said it couldn't handle the traffic. I call bullshit. How can smaller websites like Cutlery Shop handle 6-minute sellout without crashing, but Blade HQ can? I'll tell you what. So me and... Was it Cat Scratch? He's not here, so I can't tell. So me and Cat Scratch each won something from Blade HQ, and they switched our packages up. I ended up sending him his. He ended up sending me mine, but I think it was on our dollar. Yeah, he ended up winning a concept Model 6. No, it wasn't even the... Yeah, it was the concept. It wasn't tenable. Won a concept Model 6 in copper foil scales, and that's when I won the par. And they sent the par to him and me the Model 6, but we made it right. Tonto, Little Dixon, Warney, Large Dixon. Oh, well, once I give you guys that Dixon, I'll be buying. I want to find another one, the exact same one. I like those, and I can customize it and won't feel bad. Um, and I'd like to get a matching Little Dixon, but we'll see. Bladed that I feel like that about, but I'm not going to get into it too much because they threw away working with me. I don't know why. I know I don't have that many people on usually here, but they were, oh yeah, we want to work with you, and then stopped responding to my emails. So I don't know. I won't I won't do anything with their products just for that reason. That left a sour taste in my mouth. And another company, a small, very nice mid-tech company and custom company, did that to me too. But I'll give them leeway because I'd love to work with them. It might have just been a language barrier. That probably gives it away, but what are you going to do? So you guys that use strops, what grit of like diamond paste do you guys use? Let me see. Will that focus? I think I got, this is 60,000. I got 14, 10, 6, and 3 and 1. 3 and 1 kind of don't do anything for me. I have stones that go 2, 3. So honestly, I put a tiny bit of 6 at the bottom and a tiny bit of 10 above it. And I'll tell you what, this thing is ungodly sharp. You can smell it. Can you, dog one? Not really, no. I got 10K, same brand as that one. Yeah, what is this? Anger Stone or something like that? So sub, my Dixon is at stake. LOL, maybe long shot. Yeah, dog one, I know. Let me go grab that for you guys. Just so I can tempt you. And I will say this. I did put the original bearings back in. And honestly, I think from when I first got it, the way I wore these bearings in, I used old skateboard bearing lube on it. Stuff called Speed Cream by a company called Speed Demon. I think, hey, on the edge, that's another thing I want to bring up. Glad you're here on the edge. The bearings in this, honestly, if I put the skiffs in, I don't think anybody could tell the difference. I really don't, and I mean that. Because I did keep the skiffs, because I do plan on buying another one. But this, I forgot what camera we were using. This is for you guys. I actually really cannot wait to give this away. I know that sounds ridiculous, because this has been my favorite knife that I've owned. Hands down, I've owned some pretty nice knives, more expensive knives, but the way this fits my hand, everything about it, how centered it is, the noise, it's perfect. It is. It's perfect. So I really hope once we do get to 1K, I should have did this as a vertical. Oh no, I couldn't have, because I was supposed to have a guest. Yeah, Mr. Mouse, it'll be this, the 2 Migurons I just showed, and then 7 more knives on top of that. I got to hold a Dixon sometimes. I didn't like the Mac 2, and sold it, so I want to hold the Dixon. Tristan, I still have time. Do you want me to send you it? I mean, we're at 8:20. As long as I get it back before we do the 1K show, I don't care. Mr. Mouse, I can't do that. It needs to go to somebody that A, really wants one, and it's just out of reach for whatever reason. I ain't gonna ask or care. That's what I want. I want it to go to somebody. I'll tell you what, Dog One. He did mention me a few months ago, but I think when you get a lot of subs now, I was up to what, 869, and now I'm back to like 820. But yeah, I like the Dixon more than the Mac 2. I don't dislike the Mac 2. Um, I almost wish they could combine the two because I think this, if you could do this, maybe one without a hole and a thumb stud, I think that might be perfect. I think that might be the most perfect knife to ever live. But with a hole, I'm actually happy. I mean, you can only complain so much. And I know Rob's doing it, but if I do get another one, I want to see if you can make it into a front flipper because it's right there. And plus, I'd like to contour these edges. So I think the only imperfection on this knife is if you look, that light. Let me see if I can block out the light. There is a little scratch right up here, but I think that's the only thing. Besides that, it is pristine. I've never sharpened it. I stropped it, but I've never cut with that one. Well, I have, but nothing letters and stuff like that. Brown Sugar, I see you're here. William Hornbostel, what's going on? And on the edge, you still doing stickers? I would assume so. Guys, if you need stickers, I know I'm going to need stickers soon. On the edge is who I'm going to go to. Big part of the community, does a lot for us, and he's definitely helped me out in a couple of different ways. He's the one that helped me with the Riot. I got a Riot, the pivot lock. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head. That's for you guys on the giveaway. The Acacia. That it's going to be an awesome giveaway. I'm going to go out on a limb and say one of, if not the best 1K giveaway. I'm going above and beyond. I know, as best I can do. William Hornbostel, you might have to fight Dog 1. It's all right. I understand. If I'm too loud, Twisted, you tell me. Seriously. I hope you feel better. Have a good night, Rolf. Rolf, are you out of here? Did I miss that? Rolf, enjoy. Rolf, if you're out of here, I hope you have a good night. Oh, going to eat dinner. I hope and get something good for dinner, man. And thank you for dropping by. I always appreciate it. Guys, if you're here, I hope you hit that like button. That really helps the algorithm, and clearly I need all the help I can get. Yeah, Mr. Mouse, 76 hours before my printer crapped out. Oh, no. You just order the Rex on the edge. I'm back. All right, I want to go. Nope. Well, we'll go to. I was only going to do an hour tonight, but we will. Let's try 8:30. On the edge, do you have anything on Blade Binge we can check out? Let me see. It's got the Hectare up here for 95. Another PL. This one's the XE. I grabbed the XT for $100, and that's it. That's awesome. That means you got rid of them. But I really appreciate the offer. I just would be worried about getting it delayed in the mail. Hey, you sure, Tristan? Like, we can always make it work, man. I gotta go to the post office tomorrow anyway to send out Marco's stuff. I may pull them down from Blade Binge and send them to someone for giveaways. Oh, that's really awesome to hear of you, man. You know, if I had more money, I would have bought more. But you gave me a deal to begin with, and B, I just don't have it right now. I'm sorry. But you guys, Uh, dog one. Rob's nerdy knife. Deep in the ocean, the Spyderco is a thing, but my S90V and Damascus clip by micro jumbo knife helps. Oh, Rob just posted a video. I only caught like 2 minutes of Rob's stream last night. He had already did the giveaways, I believe. Hope they went. Hope they were cool stuff. I didn't really, like I said, get to see. I've been missing a lot of live stream more than ever, and that sucks. I just noticed the other camera's gone again. And it shows it's up. That's what's driving me crazy. I have good connection. I have all that. I don't know. But yeah. White Mountain. I know. We'll go back over here to Blade Binge. What does everybody think about the Blade Binge, Griffin? I think this is cool. I wish it was a tad bit bigger. I am not a small knife person. There has been a couple, don't get me wrong, that have just landed, like the Microjet. I do love the Microjet. The Mach 71, I know a few of you guys have it. It looks awesome because it reminds me of the Microjet. But yeah, it's hard for me to fill that smaller knife section, I guess. I know Chavez just did a collab with Jake something. I'm not too familiar with the maker, and it's a full integral that I really like because I do like integrals. But this, I don't know, this is nice. I'm trying to get a picture of the spine, but doesn't seem to be any. Nope. Come on. I've heard a lot of hit and miss with Griffin Co. stuff. What do you guys think? Truthfully, coming to give away to some members of the community. Oh, nice. Okay. Just tell the camera Blue is getting his tool bag and heading its way. It'll start working. Hey, if anybody could fix this, I'd be happy. If I knew anything more, I will say this. I'm getting really I ain't going to say amazing, but Jim, I want to say thank you to him. Jim's an awesome guy. Jim Cox. I've been really working on my CAD stuff, and I have 2 working models right now. One I'm going to send out because I think it would make a fantastic knife. If everybody passes on it, I had talked to Burkles about some stuff, and I can get a company to cut out the dimensions of the titanium. The only thing I'd have to do is cut up the blade material and get it heat treated. Chavez makes me angry because I'm a lefty and he's a lefty hater for sure. He's publicly said he won't make any lefty knives, even though his OEM is known for making lefties in the community. That is weird, huh? I've noticed that too. And I think there needs to be more lefty knives. I would love a lefty Dixon. I think that would be a little Dixon lefty would be, that'd be amazing. Or even a Mac 2 lefty. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know. Hey, Monster Hunter, what's going on? We're down to 19. I'm assuming people are eating and going over to Tri-State. I'll stick around for a little bit more. A, because I need the time. B, I'll hope somebody new jumps in. I don't know. Apex, what's going on? You and who is it? Replicant, Apex, Tristan, and Shay. You guys have all been killing it lately. Yeah, family's having a tough one. I'll give you my luck. Oh, J1, what'd you win? I got some left-handed hinders, Caleb. Uh, if are they at least color match scales? Like, who the? All right, that's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna find this. It wasn't Knife Center. I know I got. It wasn't Amazon. Wasn't Hinder Knives. Wasn't. Might have. Maybe it was DLT. Somebody just got a whole bunch in, but they had black on black ones. Ah, see, I'd scoop this up in a heartbeat. And the price isn't bad on these. I wonder if I could do a flip or delete on it, though. Actually, if it was left-handed, I don't even think I'd care. But yeah, I see. I didn't even realize until recently they did this. And now I want one. Pretty bad. Has Taylor, I think I was calling him Tyler. Has Taylor done anything with Hinders yet? Knives Fast, KC. Oh, awesome. Jack Wolf, Midnight Jack. Sick. Hell yeah, dude. They had when I went to Blade Show, they didn't have much at their booth, to be honest. I'm assuming they sold out quick because I didn't see them till day 2 anyway. That is sick. Mine are both raw titanium on one side and color G10 on the other side. I agree they both need color matching. Well, now send me pictures. We'll talk about it, man, because like I said, I am kind of. I got the Eclipse and the XM18. All right. Thank you. Hey, on the edge, you do what you got to do. Why isn't Tristan a... Oh, I can't do anything from here, huh? I can show it. But I can't make people moderators from StreamYard. That's crazy. Ban user, delete their comment, put user in timeout. I don't want to do that. What happened to our special guest? Huh? Oh well. Like I said, people that have just come in, I'm not sticking around too much longer, but if anybody wants to come up before we go, there's the link. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to share something, plug your channel, please feel free. Besides that, media assist. I don't know how to use StreamYard at all. I probably should start working on that. And I think from now on, I got to buy new cameras. So we don't have this issue ever again, because it's too much. It's a Wi-Fi thing. My Carta is awesome, but my hands get so greasy at work. I ruin it fast. See, I will say this. I like if you, especially if you get like a dark micarta, like a canvas, like a dark canvas micarta. I like how I know it's going to sound kind of gross, but the sweat and oil from your hands, they almost make it like a black and it really wears in. Um, I did end up I think I told you guys, I pretty much finished I didn't get to change their color or anything. But I did finish the scales for the Civivi. I just don't know when I'm going to get back. And that kind of bums me out. I'm just hoping it'll still be there. Couple blades for sale. Yeah, let's go check that out. I can't click that link. I don't think. I don't like StreamYard. See, this is bull crap. This is driving me mental. Blue, can you send that to me on Instagram? Like a message? Hey, Fred the Lug, how's it going, man? I felt really good today. Like I said a little while ago, I went to the gym today. I know I got a nice roof over my head tonight. The camera to the computer. I should have hard connected it. I didn't. Thank you, Blue. Why isn't this working? Home messages. Why isn't it showing up? Do I have to? There we go. So this is the seedling. Let me see. Is this big enough for you guys to see? I'm going to make that bigger. All right. Give me a second and I will adjust. Guys, if you're looking for a seedling for $225, that is a deal. But to help with the vet bills, and then he also sent me that Aries thistle. What material is that, Blue? That is crazy. Same little tail I do on my Aries. It's kind of funny. Let's go back to StreamYard. Nope. Let's not go back to StreamYard. Let's go back to OBS. Shrink this down again. Wipe my card. That looks. How does it feel? It looks like it feels good, but I like the fact that it's the same little lanyard on it. Edyard. Wipe my card. I believe. It's back, and now it's covering up the face of the other one. It's gone. It's back. It's gone. Put you back over there. Droid cam doesn't know what it wants. Next time I have to hardwire everything. Where did Freddy go? Fred. I love worn in black micarta and vintage butterscotch micarta. I've never had anything in butterscotch micarta. I would like to though. I joined, but I'm hanging out with the wife. You and the wife. I hope you guys are having a good day. Howdy, Fred. Blah 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 blah. My Wednesday is over. Neil Mack. I hope work wasn't awful, but good to see you, man. I just sent you both links, bro. My dog one makes me happy every time I see it. Fortunately, I only have one knife in it. Who was it that did the butterscotch micarta for Rob Smock? I think it was Rob. Somebody has a smock in butterscotch micarta, and I can't think of who did it right now, and that's gonna drive me mental. And on the edge, Tristan. You got picks up. It was J Dizzle Designs, yeah. Oh, projectiles up. Instagram. Let me refresh because oh, yeah, that looks good. Here's my custom folder with a vintage. Oh, dude, hold on. I gotta make sure everybody can see this because that looks amazing. Yeah, it's not too small. I'm gonna make it bigger though. Legacy blades. I do not know who they are. I'm gonna have to check them out. I noticed you got some nice stuff, man. Oh, and it's back. All right, let me go and show everybody. Nope, that's not it. That is. Look at that. You said this is by Legacy Blades. I like how he did the spine of the knife. That looks really good. And the Finch, I only owned a Finch for like 3 days, and one of my friends liked it so much, I just was like, "Give me $50." But yeah, actually, he didn't even give me money. He gave me something. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I'm mad at myself for not scooping up the Nightmare Before Christmas. The Finches, I thought they looked great. And shrink this back down. Boop. Hey, it's back up. What if I go like this? Nope. And it's gone again. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Yeah, scotch sounds really good right now. The love of my job keeps me warm. It gives me a warm spot. It's called heartburn. Yes, it was Jay Dizzles. He did a really, really good job on that. That looked nice. Legacy Blades. Thanks so much. I'm a full-on blade addict. I am too, but right now it's is pretty much for you guys. You have a Finch cherry bomb. I think Barbie has a cherry bomb and no red on it whatsoever. Hey, Ron Crow, how are you? My boyfriend's in there. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Thanks, Tarot Destroyer. Just considering that the nice wild. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Yeah, I switched one addiction for another, but this one's a lot, better for me and society. Even though I will say, even when I was a full on screw up, I had one rule that I never broke, and that was don't steal. There's nothing worse than a thief. I feel I did a lot of stupid and horrible things, but steal never once. I do really like. I heard not every material can be DLC coded. I didn't know that up until recently. And I wonder why. And I wonder if that's why when I sent the Wingspan out to New Jersey, that company kept it for so long and then just never did it. They did give me my money back because they charged me an upfront fee, which was cool. Um, and they charged me half, and they said when they finished the job, they would take a picture, send it to my email. I say cool, and then send them the rest. I guess I don't know. We never got that far, but they had my knife for they had the blade, nothing else, just the blade. For like 5 months, 4 months, and I guess they're really well known in the pew industry for DLC coating barrels, uppers, stuff like that. And yeah, I was pretty upset when they sent it back. They said they couldn't do it. And they came up with a whole bunch of different reasons. The first email I got said we couldn't do it because it was too polished. Then I got an email saying they couldn't do it, but they only couldn't do it because they were afraid it would destroy the heat treat, and that would be on me. And I was like, okay, whatever. If it's a heat treat thing, I just want to see it anyway. I want to see what it looks like. I think it'd be cool, even if I don't use the knife anymore. I would have had Mark sign it. It would have went on the shelf. Don't care if it's soft after that. But yeah, they just sent it back. They stopped answering my emails, and one day it was in the mailbox. Well, I'll say this. Cheaper, yes and no. Because you couldn't go without the other stuff, cheaper, yes. Because I was a $200 a day, bad, not doing good person. One day I had sat down, and I had drained my annuity and all that, doing that stuff, and I went through over $2 million. I wish I could have that all back. Zach, yeah, like I said, they had it so long, I didn't even care. It was, like I said, it was on the wingspan. I was going to get it back. DLC coated, I could show you guys, oh, it's pretty, you know what I mean? Even if it's soft, at that point, didn't care. I would have had it sent back to Mark, Lou, whatever, Mr. Perez. And I just wanted him to sign the blade because I do, wherever I end up, I want to have a shelf behind me. And other creators' knives. And I want to get them all signed. Like, I want to send this to DBD. I already talked to him. He said he would do it. Send it with a paint marker, have him sign it, put it on the shelf. Same thing with Brian. The only person I haven't asked, I think, is Casey. And that's why I also got to buy a Goblin, because I like having the Asgear in my pocket. I carry that knife a lot. That's so weird. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Can I say? What? Annuity? 2 million? Faint? Dwayne Letterman, how's it going? Yeah, it was a bad time in life. And I progressed quickly through that stuff. I had gotten clean. I went 7 years. Then when I broke up with my kid's mom, I threw it all. I was like, sobriety. I don't know, Zach. Can you? I got it straight from uh Lou at Blade Show. I don't know if it's DLC coded or the other one there. You have, oh, you know what, Neil? I think Derek, who was supposed to be joining me today, I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to call him and see if he's okay. I think he has Sharif's autograph on the box that he has his Manganus knife in. He has an Aurelia, whatever it is. I actually have a video on Derek's Aurelius, whatever the hell it is. Really nice knife and very, very affordable for what that knife is. It's gorgeous. I worked with a guy who has a nice house, an RX-7, an Evo. My next door neighbor had an Evo. Got addicted to meth and lost it all. Yeah, I Hey, Ullman, Kennard, what's going on? PVD, thank you, Monster Hunter. 103. It's 103 where you live? Where is it where I live? I'm not connected anymore. I can use my phone now. 72 here. It's beautiful out. Ground fog, what's going on, man? Yeah, I went through motorcycles because of it. I did some stupid thing. A truck. Been that way in Bama for a week now. You're in Bama? Oof. 105. God damn. What are you guys in, like, Arizona or something? California? Got that song finished. Upper Arizona. Okay. This is what run? What are we talking about? Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's having a good time, Tristan. It's getting hotter every year in my life. Yeah, the world does that. We go through stages, and I think we're heading towards a procession, not a recession. We're probably heading towards that too. Let's be real. But I think we're heading. I think it's about they're like every 10 to 12,000 years a precession, which is the wobble in the Earth's axis. So yeah, are you in hell, Neil? Jesus, that's just silly. And we are planning on it. Yeah, found a hell of a deal on a home light chainsaw and is hoping it's a simple fix. I'll tell you what, every time I pick up a free chainsaw, a free lawnmower, I picked up a free, it was a 2017 Cub Cadet riding lawnmower. It just had dirt in the lines and carburetor. Was that the carburetor or the fuel injected one? The fuel injected one sucked. It took me like a day to clean out. But most of it's just carburetor. You take off, you drop the bowl, you clean out the jets, and usually you're good with stuff people give away. But I have seen a couple chainsaws that were 2-strokes that people put straight gas in, which, depending on how hot it got, you can either bring it back or it's good luck. Give me 80 in New Jersey humidity. 2600. Caleb, sorry. What did I do? Monster Hunter, what did he say? I must be missing something. Oh, yeah. So, for the people that don't know, I think my very first video, I have it posted, I explained it. I was a heroin addict for a little over a year. Got sober, threw it all away. When I came back, after I threw it away, when I came back to drugs again, you couldn't find that drug. It was all fentanyl or whatever. And overdosed on a fake pill, which made it worse. That was my first day coming back to it. And after that, I was off to the races, and then I became an IV addict. Luckily, I'm not the kind of addict. I'm a very clean person, thank God, because God only knows what diseases I could have ended up with. But yeah, my scars are gone. I'm October 4th, I think, or it's either it's October 4th is my clean day, and I have, I think, I'm either going on 4 or I'm going on 5. Oh, it's 26,000 years per session. Thank you. Maybe I was thinking half of a session. I don't know. But yeah, I know we're supposedly heading towards one, supposedly. I don't know if that's something you can even measure. But Yeah, that was my cousin's drug of choice. He got clean for a while, then relapsed. Yeah, I think with that drug, I think it's only a 2 or 3. They make a patch for it for the motorcycle clubs. Um, it's either a 2% chance or a 3% chance people make it out and stay clean. Um, it's like I know people that have gone to rehab over 100 times. Um, I went to rehab 1.5 times. Both times it worked, but I guess I don't know how you can say that. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I did 7 years and then I threw it away. Uh, I know people that have had 20 years clean that throw it away. So I don't know what it is in the brain. I don't know if it's just giving up. I don't know. Neil Mack has 18 years, 6 months, and 11 days sober. Hell yeah, dude. That is awesome. I wish Lion Not Sheep was here. I know he's doing awesome too. I know these a couple things on Facebook. Blades for Addicts, I think, is one, or Blades for Recovery, something like that. One of the knife makers up in Alaska. Uh, I can't think of his name right now. Of course, he was introduced to me by Legion Steel. He makes some crazy grinds on his knives, but he has a cool story. I don't know if it's his story or of his friends. I could be wrong on that. My youngest brother passed away from alcohol poisoning. Yeah, that's one thing I was lucky. I can go have a beer. It does nothing for me. Um, Never got in with any kind of gambling or alcohol. I could smoke pot. I don't care. Uh, it was the pain pills, and the pain pills, once they dried, like, once my doctor was like, you don't need them anymore. I was like, nuh-uh. And then now it's funny because I can, my doctors try to throw pain pills at me, and I won't take them now just because I'm scared. 25 years of drinking, almost died twice. And they just made the most benign drug into a felony for a gram of weed. 100% GOPY. You know what? I used to feel that way about weed. I don't feel the same way about weed no more. I see all these places, and I see it mostly with really rich people that around here that got into the dispensary game. They got rich. They started off the weed thing, then they moved to the cocaine pretty quickly, honestly, within 3 years. And I know it's not a gateway drug to everybody. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's bullshit. It's not. Um, but I see it a lot more than I like to. And I'm one of the few people that you'll hear go, I could care less if they made it just medical again. I don't know if it's a great thing that it's legal because at least in Massachusetts, you can't walk 10 feet without just smelling weed every 10 feet. That gets annoying quick. I don't mind, dude. Like, I smoked my whole life. I grew. Me and my family, we made hash when I was a kid. Like, but now it's kind of, it got old real quick. Yeah, well, Monster Hunter, like I said, the day that threw away my sobriety, I had got what I was told was a Percocet, and it killed me. And I mean, I remember at my peak, I could take 10, 12, 30s at a whack of the real ones. Um, and I came back and a fake 15 killed me. Half of a fake 15 killed me, technically. Yeah, Robert Feely. And I feel like it just gets old because, like, I have a kid, and it's like, I don't want him to smell that everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. When it was medical, it wasn't like that. And I think prices have come down so much. I mean, you can get an ounce for like $75. It's ridiculous. Of like high quality, not garbage stuff. And you're seeing so many of these people. Oh, he already had mental issues. I get it. Um, some people just can't take some things. I ain't blaming the pot, but I don't know. I used to be like, legalize it all. Go to Portugal and come back and tell me if you feel the same way. And Monster Hunter, it can be big companies. The lady, her name's Doreen, really, really sweet lady. She runs Solar Therapeutics. She now owns 2 dispensaries. A lot of the companies here, I think, have to be, no, they don't, because Greenleaf isn't private owned. A lot of them around here are private owned, and you see them go up, and you see the communities they go in, they slowly tend to go downhill, I've noticed. Um, Property values go down too around them. I noticed that too. Yeah, but big companies are growing and putting all kinds of shit in there. Well, in Massachusetts, they have to be tested for any pesticides, any stuff like most of them use liquid, natural liquid organic uh, nutrients. Actually, one of the companies, me and my buddy, we did their hydro setup and we did their aeroponic setup. We didn't do any of their soil stuff, but we did 2 companies, their hydroponic setup. In Massachusetts, the law is you have to grow on property now where you have a dispensary. So, at least for flower. I don't think it's that way for tinctures or hashes or edibles. They can buy from other companies. Um, and they do that with the pre-rolls too, which makes no sense. But I did just see this year they just the CCC Cannabis Company Coalition or whatever it's called. Um, I actually used to be really big into this, believe it or not. Um, I used to consider myself a hash artist. Um, so the Cannabis Coalition out here, they just put out the laws for this year, and I don't know how they're going to do some of the laws. Some of the laws make no sense, and I've noticed a lot of the companies are closing down. We've had 3 dispensaries shut down. They say, well, the tax, we were one of the highest tax states when it first came out. It was originally a 26% percent tax on everything. So the companies adjusted and made it so this is when it first was legal. So a gram was $20 because that's what most people were paying on the street. So that's what they wanted to match. Now you go and they have $5 gram days and top shelf $5 gram days. Tristan, yeah, I mean, I used it for my seizures. I use it for just the ADHD stuff. I noticed for me, and it's not the same for everybody. And I'm not going to demonize weed because it's usually not the drug; it's the person. Now I take 3 or 4 one, two. I take 4 or 5 medications every day. I get the shot for headaches, and I get a shot once a month, so I don't have to take the Suboxone anymore. I noticed it was destroying my teeth, which sucked. Just can't fix them now, unless you get fake ones. But I don't smoke often, maybe once or twice a month, and usually I take a dab, one good one. I'll buy a gram up the street or a half gram if they have it, and I'll go to bed. But that's really it. Or I'll buy. I don't react to edibles. I can put 1,000 milligrams down in edibles. I'm Joey Diaz when it comes to edibles. I've always been like that. I don't know what it is. I remember making edibles at home and just we were doing 3/4 of a pound to a pound of, it was like almost a 1-to-1 ratio, 0.75 to 1 ratio, and that's of sugar leaf and popcorn nug when we made our butter. And people were like, that's too much. And I noticed it was me because I'd give people edibles that I made and they'd be like, dude, what the hell? I ate a piece this big and was out for a day and a half. And I'm like, oh. And then when I met my ex-wife, she was like, dude, what are you doing? Then I figured out it was me. Especially once I started going to dispensaries and I would start off, I'd eat 100 milligrams. And people would be like, oh, that's going to hit you. And then I'd put another 100, 200, 300. And they'd be like, okay, it's you. J1, they don't give yeah, it's all about money. And it's sad because I won't mention the name of the company because I don't want to get sued. One of the nicest people I met, he was, when we were medical, he was my, what are they called? Like, he could sell to me. He was on my list. I had two companies. He ended up being the first to buy a dispensary in Massachusetts. He's actually suing Massachusetts for $4.6 million right now. The guy put everything he had into this company. And why can't I think of the word? But yeah, so he was my caregiver, my legal caregiver on paper. I was the 15th person in Massachusetts to legally have their license for a seizure disorder. I went to a place called Canacare in Framingham, Massachusetts. I'll never forget. It was the weirdest thing I ever went through because I thought they were going to ask me a million medical questions. I walked in with my medical folder. He looked at one paper, was like, oh, he's like, do you have seizures a lot? At the time, I was having 6, 7 a day. And I was like, kind of. And he's like, oh, signed it. Gave me this big paper. It wasn't like a little license like they are now. And that was that. It took so long, it felt, for me to find my first caregiver, and I ended up getting like what I would consider the best one. Like I said, he ended up opening a chain of dispensaries, but he put every penny he had, and Massachusetts ended up stealing from him because the way it first worked, I'll never forget. I remember exactly how it went because we talked about it every time he came over. In Massachusetts, when we first started dispensaries, we were allowed 32 tickets. So that meant 32 statewide with no more than 13 per county, which makes no sense. I believe we have 13 counties. And he bought his ticket to buy a ticket to open a dispensary. It was kind of like you had to prove that you could have $500,000 in escrow. Then whatever you have to make sure you're able to pass zoning, afford the business, all this stuff, the licensing fees, all that. He ended up putting $1.4 million in escrow. Massachusetts stole it. Like, just stole, like, yeah, we're using that so you can get the ticket. He was like, well, you told me $500,000. Why is there over $1 million gone? I was going to buy more than one ticket. They're like, well, and that was what? We did this 2012, I think, or 2011. Twisted, take it easy. You have a great night. So if I, born with a brain receptor that takes in only weed, that what's with the creator's intention? Those that believe in the big boss? Hey, what? Once you have been around those types long enough, it's hard not to spot, even if they are all pulled together. Eyes never lie. What is going on? I can spot meth heads, coked out folks, stoned people, and drunks pretty reliably. Me too. Provided by the creator of me. Oh, okay, now I get what you're saying. Yeah, you have cannabinoid receptors in the brain. You also have opioid receptors. I don't know. Granted, is opioids come from the poppy originally. Now they're all synthetic. It's like the other stuff. What's that other stuff? They just banned it in Massachusetts, I believe, this week. Another plant, kratom. Now that's another one that I had to take large amounts. We used to buy it by the pound before it became like, but it was like garbage. It wasn't like what you got in the store recently. And 7-OH. That is all natural, I guess, but it can create a pretty bad dependency, I guess. Indeed, used to work in a bookstore that bought books. We'd get people strung out, all kind of stuff. Kratom, yes. Um, should it be illegal? I don't know. Should salvia be illegal? Should mushrooms? It's all from the earth, but I guess it's all for people. Unfortunately, I think the average person does need a leash because we're dumb motherfuckers. Um, yeah, see, I'm glad they banned kratom. That stuff is super addictive. I know. Dude, there was people. I know a guy that sold his van not too long ago because he got addicted to like the concentrated version. I think it's 70H or yeah, 70H, 70H. You think so? What if in that form, like, should heroin be legal? Because it's technically from a poppy plant. You score the bulb and then you do some things to it. So is cocaine. Actually, uh, we have friends that go to Peru, and you pretty much have to chew on coca leaves to be all right. A leash, faux news demographic. Uh no, and I don't. That's like I believe the 19th Amendment should be repealed. I do. I think the average person is too goddamn stupid to vote. Um, Neil Mack, that's true. I think that too, and that's they shouldn't. I don't think government entities should be allowed, especially like the pharmaceutical companies. I don't think they should be allowed to have anything to have. Like they should not be allowed to play a role in that beside making laws, but nothing they should be able to profit off of. I'm referring to mainly how the actions affected other people, whether someone is stoned. Yeah, like if somebody drives drunk and you crash into them, that's not the alcohol's fault. That's the person going, I'm fine. And then the next thing you know, a child is dead because you thought you were fine. It's usually not the drug's fault. I'm not going to blame the drug. I'm going to blame the person. Just like I'm not going to blame the gun. I'm going to blame the person. I'm not going to blame the knife. I'm going to blame the person. There's a lot of mental illness and a lot of these drugs, any kind of psychoactive drugs, can lead down a path where mental health and fun are gonna, interconnect. Dog one, I exactly. The way I look at voting is, I don't think it's gender specific. I've gotten some shit for that because I say repeal the 19th. They go, oh, what, women shouldn't vote? No, maybe, but neither should Bill or Bob. They're dumb. No, I think you should have either a civics test or you should show duty to the country. And that doesn't mean, oh, you have to join the Marines or the Army or the Navy or whatever, the reserves. I think you should have to do so many hours in community service, be a net positive taxpayer. There should be something there. Norco was pretty effective. Yeah. So well, now, because I know my issues, I am petrified of any type of pain pill. I won't take it. Same thing with benzos. I don't know. No, I think he's just saying if it's not natural, not lab made into a new form of a drug. I guess. I don't know. I look at Portugal and how Portugal was in the early 90s. It was really nice. It's a shithole now. And I think 90% of that is because of what they did legalizing drugs. But they legalized everything. Everything. And the government had a big part in that. Usually it comes down to the government having a part of it. I mean, the government doesn't do anything right. I mean, look at the veterans hospitals, look at anything the government runs. It usually doesn't run efficiently. You know what I mean? Hey, how's it going, Brian? I can agree with that, Robin. Mushrooms have been known to cure people's neurological. Yeah, I mean, well, I know they're doing trials right now with ketamine. Actually, my doctor just referred me to go do ketamine. I haven't yet. They have a ketamine place not far from me. Um, you sit with a licensed professional. They hook you up to an IV, and they are doing it for me not because of like PTSD. They're doing it because I have two neurological disorders. I have something called cl- cluster headache syndrome disorder. I know they changed it recently. I just don't know which one they changed it to. But mine is from head trauma. And I was diagnosed with this at 8. That's crazy. But on paper, I have over 30 something concussions. Not on paper, I probably have double that. We didn't have a protocol like we do today for concussions. You got a concussion, you had one pupil that big, one pupil that big. You played baseball the next day. You didn't care. You played in your next football game, your next hockey game. You didn't care. Now we find out later, of course, it was causing some issues. That they attempt privatize in order to take everything. I get it, brother, but I've never been addicted. Yeah, hey, you should be able, especially if you don't have an addictive personality, or if you don't have any addiction towards this group of drugs, whatever. You should be able to say to your doctor, hey, this helps me. Can I take it? There was one pain pill, they took it off the market, that ever helped me. And I think because they switched me to oxycodone at the time, I think that's what created the problem. I was on something called oxymorphone, which it is stronger. But when I started doing messing up, I was super naive. I remember everybody going, "Oh, this kid takes perks," and I was like, "Oh, don't do that. That's bad." As I was taking oxycodone because I was naive, I didn't care. Um, it wasn't until I started dating a girl that I should have never dated. She was like, "Oh, that is that," and I was like, "Really?" She's like, "You can do this to these, and it only takes one person." I get it, brother, but I've been addicted to anything, even alcohol. I've had various kick-ass painkillers at various times for injuries. I like and appreciated it, but never craved it. That's awesome. Yeah, privatizing. Well, I think privatizing things would be a good thing. Like if they did that to healthcare and open the market for healthcare. Um, I know people complain about healthcare. They want it, it should be free. But then if it's ran by the government, it'll run like shit. Look at Canada. But yeah, pain pills for most, not even for most. It's 50-50, I feel, with pain pills. It can be. See, projectiles are sharp. I didn't start out like that. I had to purposely abuse it to get like that. You know what I mean? When I was on a pretty high dose. I can say that. And now that I have things that the doctors are like, "Oh, we'll give you pain pills," now I'm the one going to yeah, nothing's free. Robert Feely, exactly. You're going to pay for it in one way or the other, whether it be financially. Well, it always comes down to financially, I guess, but maybe not in the form of pure currency. The way I look at it is if we make a healthcare free, obviously taxes go up. And right now, there are so many people abusing the system. To add one more giant thing like that, our country is already borderline bankrupt. That wouldn't help. Microdose on the things God provided in a little. Yeah, see, Mitten State, exactly. I don't think there's anything wrong with actually most psychedelics. I mean, I had a friend that went to UMass Amherst, I believe it was, to be a not pharmaceutical. What is that thing where you mix chemicals? Periodic table bill. I don't know. He was going to school and he used to literally make MDMA at school and bring it back home to us, pure MDMA, when we were kids. And that's not from the earth, but fun's fun when you're a kid. Anyway, I guess it doesn't enough crying about my life. I'd just be happy right now with some self. Yeah, guys, please, if you need some stickers, uh, stuff like that, hit up on the edge. He has a couple knives still left on Blade Binge if you haven't taken them down yet. We showed them at the beginning of the show. Hit him up. Great guy, does a lot for the community. Brian, sorry I didn't hit you up. I do want to talk to you about doing a PEI fountain pen. Um, or even if you just let me know where you can get the Ultim in bulk like that, that'd be great too. But in fairness, it would take me forever, so I'd rather go for you, and I think you're better at it. Same with the State Department. Bodyguards, 53,000 now, 142 per comp, then pays 40K. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I haven't worked for a while because what I was diagnosed with, obviously. That was 140 something a year when I was working, and that was to start. That was union wage, and that was on average that was a 40 hour a week average, which I never did. I never worked less than like 57. I am really curious what they're making, and I think people that oh, were you to do the Gracchus? That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Wyvern Kodiak's awesome. That's good to hear. I didn't know that at all. But yeah, I am curious what union laborer wages are right now. The mushies really help clear my head, all the stress. That's, the one thing I do is that, Tristan. It's not constant, and I don't microdose really. I do a trip once every 3 months, 2.5. But I go hard. I'm not like, give me an eighth. I'm like, give me a quarter, and I'm going to go see the moon. I'm going to say the devil, Joe Rogan. The most recently I've started cutting for a drop beacon. Yes, that drop beacon. Really? Good for you, man. Says yes, that drop beacon. That's awesome to hear. I will not touch paper anymore. I used to use that shit. There were nights I would take 10 strips. And, the last time, this is a horrible story, god damn it. I was on the phone with Derek for real, and I had paper in an old shoebox that a friend gave me. Oh, he gave me a whole sheet, and I had it all cut up. And I was on the phone with Derek, and I was like, "Hey, Derek, let's see how good this is still." And I put a couple of them out, sat there, and I started feeling a little funny. I looked in the mirror, and I didn't even have eyeballs; they were just straight pupils. You know what? I wouldn't either, Brian. Like, I can't. I mean, what are they're gonna put liquid fentanyl on it? They're gonna take. Yeah, I'd rather not. I have to take like 22 plus pills per day now, but it's all for my heart. So all right, here's some news for you. I went to the doctor's on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? I go to the doctor's almost every week because it was, but when they did my blood pressure, now I'm on a medication. It's actually a pretty new medication. The lady that lives over here is on it too. And it's not meant for high blood pressure or low. It's meant to regulate you. But when I went in, they took my blood pressure, and I think it was, what was it? 87. It was dangerously low. The next day when I went in, it was 140 over 96. It was and I'm on the new med, and I have been taking it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't do anything. Yeah, dude, good for you. 100 pounds, so 240. I don't know if when I started complaining, this was what, the beginning of the year, I guess. I'm down to the weight I wanted to get. I was at 209. I'm at 175, and I'm happy. This is the weight I want. I'm 5'10" ish. on Tinder 6 foot. No. I'm in cardiac rehab, and after the workout and rest, I was 100 over 58. Huh. No, I got what just 100 over. Why is your diastolic so low? Like, well, yeah, that's after the workout, though. I guess that's not awful. Like, what do they say is perfect? 110 over, like, 68, right? 110 over 60? So that's not awful. Pulse is 72. Okay. That's around what my pulse usually is. Between 68 and 75. That's where I hover. When I was in really good shape, it was always 120 over 80 is normal. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. Why is your diastolic low? Because your systolic's top number, diastolic's bottom, right? Josh, what's going on? They to our troops, $12K a year. We pay Halliburton $110,000 a year to pay her the $12K. Oh, wow. I was considering we're throwing some, political stuff in here. Might as well. What do you guys think about the whole WNBA debacle? I will say, hey, I'm in Boston, well, Massachusetts. So NS Cantor, whatever his name is, or NS Freedom, I think he's awesome. And Royce White, or Roysha, Iraq, Passio. But yeah, guys, it's past my time. It's 9 o'clock. Usually I go to, an hour. But we made it another 2 hours again with lots of technical glitches and issues. I was an A for Jesus Christ. And how do you cardio version, then a heart cath with an angioplasty, and then a cardiac ablation all within a couple of weeks last month. Jesus, I didn't know that, man. Systolic pressure in the arteries, diastolic pressure in the veins. Neil, I didn't know that. I was just wondering top or bottom. It's cyst over die, right? Men stay out. Thank you on the edge. But if they're gonna, I want to see all the recently retired men create a female team and just dominate. And then I'd watch because it'd actually be good. I'm horrible. I know. If they don't make the right choice, I'm going to be a first round pick. Dude, I will join you as unhealthy as I am. Thanks, Caleb. Every morning we have to come. Hey, you know what? Earth is a comedy show for some alien species out there, maybe at this point. It's like clicking on Seinfeld or some shit. I'm okay, but I get dizzy. Yeah, please take care on the edge. And thank you for dropping by. Caleb, glad you were on. Thank you, Dog One, for being here. If anytime I can go live, I will. That is my favorite thing to do. We talked knives for about 20 minutes. But no, seriously, thank you guys for being here. I always appreciate it. I love talking with you guys. Caleb lost my brother for freaking sure. It's always a pleasure popping into chat with you when I can. Yeah, and still, it's good to see you, bro. Yeah, anytime you guys want to join up, let me know the day before. You guys can come on. Besides that, remember, and Marco, your thing will be out in the morning. Yeah, that's about crap. But yeah, you guys have a great night, and remember to stay sharp out there, all right? See you later.